Twin Valley Sports brings you Clay Center Tiger football. Hi everyone, welcome back to another season with Coach Todd Rice. I'm Rocky Downing. Twin Valley Sports brings you a look at Tiger football each and every week. And Coach, it doesn't seem that long ago we were sitting right here in the weight room getting ready for the playoffs to get going and roll through, and now we're right back at it once again. I know you guys have been at it a lot longer than most everybody else has.
Right. To me, it seems like it's gone pretty fast. I don't know. Like you said, it doesn't seem like long ago, and we're talking about a playoff run and Hayden and all those things coming up, and I hope that's carried some momentum because that was a pretty exciting finish to some of those games, and we've been going. We've had 18 practices now. Been through 2-a-days at our Gatorade scrimmage last week, and we've got a couple nights of practice here to fine-tune some things.
Players will tell you that let's go play football. Coaches typically will say let's have a few more practice sessions, but I also know as a coach personally you do want to get out on the field and kind of find out some things too.
You do, and there's definitely some things that you hope you have some more time to address and try to iron them out, but there's that element too where the kids are just ready. They want to get out. They've been practicing against each other for a few weeks now, so they want to get out there and see where they're at.
There's some great guys that left the program last year. You had a quarterback that had a chance to play at the next level if he chooses to do so, an all-league player. You had some receivers in Sean Fitzenmeyer and Eric Anderson that come to mind very quickly, and I'm going to leave some names out of this whole deal, but Luke Schlegel, that quarterback, and those guys are tough to replace, and they really gave a lot to you in trying to incorporate what your system was going to be about.
Right, they did, and I know that was a big adjustment for them, just a new system and new expectations, and practices were different and everything else, so a lot of those things to get through, but those guys gave a lot to the program, and I think we have some underclassmen coming up that learned a lot from that experience too.
Although there were some guys on the line that are gone now, Chance Davis would be another name of those, I guess, specialty positions, some like to call them anyway, but one of the constants you guys have back this year is the line, the guys up front, even your linebacking crew on defense. They've had some real varsity experience.
They have, and that's been huge coming in. Just talking with Jake Delp and Zach Anderson, those guys that were in the trenches quite a bit, and Dalton Converse. Those guys understand game speed on Friday night. And I always hear Jake talking to somebody, hey, it's not going to work. Come Friday night, this guy's going this fast. And those guys have really brought a lot because they've experienced it. And, I'm excited to see what they can do. And, talking a lot about last year, we lost a lot of pretty good nicknames. So we're going to have to see what these guys kind of garner this year.
I have a feeling that the way they play the game, they'll come up with some things for us to get on the air. For you guys coming into this season, the first game is Ellsworth. And really this is, I'm guessing for you, a real wild card. For the Tigers it is. I don't know that Clay Center's ever played Ellsworth in football. I know we've played them in some other sports. I've looked at what they did last year in the NCAA conference that they play in. Do you know much about what the Bearcats are and Coach Winholtz?
A little bit. I got some film in the off season, and you try to talk to coaches that they've played. But, it's hard to tell because you're coming into a new season. You're not sure what could have changed on either side of the ball, personnel that might, have changed one way or the other. So when you open with a new opponent like that, it's quite a task on that. And, a lot of those things you find out Friday night. I do know they have a number of starters back. They have 8 or 9 returning starters. They have about 35 to 40 kids out, so their numbers are down, but they've really been excited about their underclassmen coming through. So, we're going to see an experienced team. You
talk about experience with the Clay Center Tigers. 66, your numbers out this year, and people will go, wow. And that is great to have those numbers, but people also need to understand a lot of those underclassmen for you guys, the bulk of them are freshmen.
Right. There's 28 freshmen in there, which we're really excited about. To get that kind of numbers out, and we have a freshman schedule for them, and you're going to see some of them. 8 of them travel with us this week. Some of those guys are going to be key guys on the rotation on special teams, and so that is a bulk of our team, and probably the biggest question mark. Last year we had a big senior class, but then we had these juniors behind them, and that gave us good depth. This year we're waiting to see who are going to be those depth type kids.
It seems to me as I watch some of the guys work, and I know these guys pretty well, and we all do, this senior class, very tight-knit group. Sometimes that'll go above and beyond some talented groups that are out there. I get that feel from these guys anyway.
I like the makeup of them. That's a great way to put that. You know, talking with them in their football careers, you know, they remember back from the CCFA days, they struggled. Then they got into junior high, and I think they ran the table for 2 or 3 years. And there's just kind of a core element of toughness to these guys where they want to be successful, they understand what it takes to be successful, and they want to have a good experience their senior year.
Same type of, I guess, attitude or personality for this team as far as what you want to do on the field, offensively, defensively? Is there changes?
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're going to be a little bit more two-back this year. You know, we lost a lot of our specialty people last year, so a little bit more emphasis on that. Defensively, we're going back to the 4-4, which is what I'd run for all the years before, and we're going back to that. And just, you know, being the second year in the program, our coaching staff, good or bad, we're all back. So, you know, having that continuity, there's just a real different feel to it this year. You know, with having relationships with the kids, the coaching staff together, you know, a lot of that is really smoothed out and hopefully helped us progress.
Those who remember last year, by the way, when Coach Rice came to town, it was a whirlwind, kind of late in the process and making a move and families getting to town. And I like the way you attack things, especially when it could have calmed down. Not the Rice family. Jessica Lynn comes along this past off-season, so congratulations from the Tiger community, and he kept things spiced up a little bit that way.
Yeah, I guess try to, and then figure I have a ball girl by, you know, a year or two down the road, so that's been a big change for us.
Yeah, that's great. We're looking forward to the opening game and getting the season going. Coach, thanks for your time as always, and let's go get them again.
All right, thank you.
Tiger football on Twin Valley Sports.